Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, March 17th, otherwise known as St. Patrick's Day. This is another one of those days we remember as a holiday for some people or as a festive day, and it gets marked on your calendars. But the real meaning behind St. Patrick and this day gets obscured. One of the things I like about St. Patrick's Day is it's a day about the power of teenagers. And it's something that reminds us that teenage faith, when it's ignited to serve God, is a really powerful thing. We've got the biblical example of Josiah and the amazing things he did that were ignited by his faith as a teenager. But the same is true of St. Patrick. See, St. Patrick, living in the 5th century, he was captured by Irish pirates and taken to Ireland and was held there as a slave for 6 years, from 16 to 22. And he escaped at 22, and then he was able to come back home to England. Now, a lot of teenagers, a lot of people will be shaped by this sort of thing in a very negative way. But Patrick's faith in God was ignited, and he was determined to go back to Ireland to bring the gospel of Christ to people that were lost. That's the true story of St. Patrick. Look it up. This is fact. He didn't run around chasing snakes and getting drunk and having parties. He was about honoring God. And because of his witness and his faithfulness to God, his power, his passion, the area of England and Central Europe heard the gospel in ways that they hadn't heard before. See, that's the true story of St. Patrick. Here's a prayer that Patrick wrote, which is an example of who he is. I'm going to read it for you. This is Patrick's prayer. In light, therefore, of our faith in the Trinity, I must make this choice. Regardless of the danger, I must make known the gift of God and everlasting consolation. Without fear, and frankly, I must spread everywhere the name of God, so that after my decrease, I may leave a bequest to my brothers and sisters whom I have baptized in the Lord, so many thousands of people. St. Patrick. How's that for faith coming to action? See, we are faced with a time of heaviness and faith and uncertainty right now. But what do we see from Patrick? From Patrick, we see a man who looked at adversity and saw this was an opportunity to bring forth the praise and glory of God's gospel. Brothers and sisters, right now in this time of uncertainty, you and I need to take up the call of Patrick and bring the gospel to people who are trying to find hope in things around the world. You see, people have placed their hopes in everything being well. Up to a few weeks ago, everything looked great. And now it's all crumbling. And I believe we'll get through it at some point. Things will get restored, get back online. But in the meantime, there is this fear and this uncertainty. This is an opportunity for us to bring the gospel of Christ to those who are struggling, to bring the gospel of hope to those who need it. And frankly, we all need it. God is our rock. Not this economy, not the things we trust in, not our jobs, not those things. Practically, we need to serve God with the passion that Patrick did. So when you think of green of St. Patrick's Day, think of the green pastures that the Lord has promised you and me in Psalm 23. The Lord is our shepherd. We have all that we need. We have those green pastures. Let Patrick's faith ignite your faith. So as we face this adversity together, we are all about bringing the truth of God, the universal truth of God. The truth that sustained Patrick, the truth that will sustain us. Think about this every day for your everyday thought on this St. Patrick's Day. Hit the subscribe button if you want. Be in touch. Give me some feedback. Thanks so much for those of you being around and your encouragement. It really means a lot to me. And we'll have some more thoughts tonight on Every Night Thoughts. Lord bless. You have a great day. Bye-bye.